Welcome to the grand unveiling of the jungle's most powerful and captivating predator, the tiger. Known for its majestic appearance and unmatched strength, the tiger reigns supreme as the true king of the jungle. In this episode, we'll dive deep into the physical attributes and distinctive features that have made tigers not only apex predators, but also symbols of courage, power, and beauty. Standing at the pinnacle of natural design, the tiger is a masterpiece of evolution. Its vibrant orange coat, accented with bold black stripes, serves as both camouflage and a signature of its identity. This unique pattern helps tigers blend seamlessly into their dense forest and grassland habitats, allowing them to stalk their prey with remarkable stealth. Beneath this striking exterior lies a robust frame, with powerful muscles designed for sprinting, leaping, and delivering crushing blows to their prey. The tiger's eyes are another wonder of nature. Equipped with excellent night vision, tigers are highly effective hunters in low light, making the cover of darkness their ally. Their sharp, retractable claws and razor-sharp teeth are precision tools for gripping and dispatching prey with efficiency. Add to this their incredible agility and swimming prowess. Yes, tigers are skilled swimmers, and you have a predator capable of dominating both land and water. But the tiger isn't just a physical marvel. Its roar can travel up to 2 miles, a sound that signals its presence and asserts its dominance within its territory. Each tiger has a unique stripe pattern, much like human fingerprints, making it an individual in the vast tapestry of the jungle. As we explore the tiger's life in this series, we'll uncover how these physical traits contribute to its survival, dominance, and irreplaceable role in the jungle ecosystem. The tiger is more than a predator. It is a symbol of the wild's untamed spirit, a living reminder of nature's raw power and intricate beauty. Join us as we journey deeper into the tiger's world, unraveling the secrets behind its strength, agility, and intelligence in the episodes to come. The adventure has just begun. Unique skills and adaptations, the mastery of stealth, strength, and senses. The tiger's success as a jungle king lies not only in its physical prowess, but in its extraordinary skills and adaptations that allow it to thrive in even the harshest conditions. In this segment, we explore the unparalleled stealth, immense strength, and razor-sharp senses that make the tiger a true apex predator. Stealth is the tiger's greatest weapon. Despite its size, the tiger moves with remarkable grace and silence, slipping through dense vegetation undetected. Its striped coat, a natural camouflage, helps it blend seamlessly into the dappled shadows of its environment. Whether stalking prey or avoiding confrontation, the tiger's ability to vanish into the jungle gives it a significant advantage over other predators. This stealthy approach allows it to get within striking distance of prey before launching a sudden, explosive attack. When it comes to strength, the tiger is unmatched. With muscular limbs built for powerful leaps and crushing blows, it can take down prey several times its size. A single swipe of a tiger's paw can break bones, and its jaws are strong enough to deliver a fatal bite to its target. This raw power ensures not only successful hunts, but also the ability to defend its territory and stand its ground against rival predators. Complementing its physical strength is the tiger's arsenal of keen senses. Its exceptional vision, especially in low light, makes it a formidable nocturnal hunter. Its acute hearing can detect the faintest rustle of movement, while its highly developed sense of smell helps it track prey or sense the presence of intruders. These heightened senses ensure that the tiger is always aware of its surroundings, whether it's hunting, patrolling its territory, or avoiding potential threats. These unique skills and adaptations are a testament to the tiger's resilience and ingenuity. Every movement, every decision is a calculated act of survival, showcasing an animal perfectly designed for life in the wild. Through stealth, strength, and sensory precision, the tiger maintains its position at the top of the food chain, embodying the very essence of the jungle's raw, untamed beauty. As we continue to unravel the tiger's tale, we'll see how these adaptations come into play in its daily life, ensuring not just survival but dominance in its complex jungle world. Role in the ecosystem: the tiger as a guardian of balance. The tiger is more than a majestic predator. It is a cornerstone of the jungle's ecosystem. Its presence ensures the delicate balance between prey populations and vegetation, maintaining the health and stability of the environment. Understanding the tiger's role as a keystone species reveals its critical importance in preserving the intricate web of life within the jungle. As an apex predator, the tiger regulates herbivore populations by preying on animals such as deer, wild boars, and antelope. Without this natural control, herbivore numbers could grow unchecked, leading to overgrazing and depletion of vegetation. This would set off a cascade of ecological consequences, impacting not just plant life, but also other species that depend on healthy forests for food and shelter. The tiger's predation ensures that herbivore populations remain balanced, allowing the jungle's flora to thrive and supporting a diverse range of organisms. Beyond population control, the tiger's hunting behavior also influences the habits of its prey. Herbivores must adapt their feeding and migration patterns to avoid tiger territory, preventing overconcentration in any one area. This movement allows vegetation in different parts of the jungle to regenerate, promoting biodiversity and a sustainable ecosystem. The tiger's role extends even to smaller predators. By asserting dominance, tigers prevent other carnivores, such as leopards and wild dogs, from overhunting in the same area. This balance among predators ensures that no single species disrupts the food chain. In essence, the tiger's presence orchestrates a harmonious equilibrium, where every species plays its part without overwhelming the system. Moreover, the tiger's activities contribute to nutrient cycling. The remains of its prey feed scavengers like vultures and smaller carnivores, while the decomposition process enriches the soil, fostering plant growth. The tiger's impact, therefore, ripples through every layer of the jungle, from the ground beneath its paws to the canopy above. By maintaining this balance, the tiger safeguards the health of the jungle, ensuring it remains a thriving sanctuary for countless species. Its role highlights the interconnectedness of all life in the wild, emphasizing why conserving tigers is vital not just for their survival, but for the entire ecosystem. As we explore further into the tiger's tale, we'll uncover the challenges it faces and the urgent need to protect this incredible guardian of the jungle. Without the tiger, the jungle's intricate balance would falter, threatening the very fabric of its existence. Mastering territory, the art of dominance. In the wild, survival isn't just about strength or speed. It's about control. And for the tiger, control begins with territory. In this episode, we'll explore how these majestic predators claim, patrol, and defend their land, mastering the art of dominance to maintain their reign in the jungle. Picture the dense wilderness, where every patch of land teems with life. In this chaotic environment, a tiger's territory isn't just a home. It's a lifeline. Spanning up to 100 square kilometers for males and slightly less for females, a tiger's domain is its sanctuary, a place to hunt, rest, and raise its cubs. But claiming the space is no easy feat. Tigers use scent marking as their primary tool for staking their claim. By rubbing their cheeks against trees, scratching bark with their claws, and spraying a strong-smelling musk, they create a network of unmistakable signs. These marks serve as a warning to other tigers. This land is taken, and these aren't casual marks. They're meticulously placed along boundaries, trails, and watering holes, ensuring no intruder crosses a line unnoticed. Marking the land is just the beginning. To keep their territory secure, tigers patrol their boundaries regularly, covering vast distances in a single night. As they move, they listen and observe, scanning for any signs of rival tigers or threats to their claim. If a challenger dares to enter, a tiger's dominance is tested, often leading to fierce confrontations that can be life-threatening. But why such effort? For a tiger, a well-claimed territory means access to abundant prey and secure resting spots. For a mother tiger, it's the foundation of her cub's survival, offering protection and resources. This delicate balance between dominance and survival is the key to the tiger's existence in the wild. Stay with us as we continue to unravel the secrets of the tiger's territorial mastery, delving deeper into the strategies, rivalries, and sheer determination it takes to rule the jungle. The tiger's world is one of fierce competition, and only the strongest can hold their ground. The importance of territory. In the tiger's world, territory is everything. It's more than just a piece of land. It's a lifeline, a foundation for survival in the unforgiving jungle. Securing a territory doesn't just establish dominance. It ensures access to food, provides shelter, and guarantees safety for these solitary rulers of the wild. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do so now. Give us a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss our subsequent informative videos. A well-defined territory is the key to a tiger's food supply. Within its boundaries lies a network of hunting grounds where prey like deer, boar, and other herbivores roam. By maintaining control over these areas, a tiger ensures it has enough resources to sustain its massive appetite, up to 40 kilograms of meat in one meal. Without a secure hunting ground, the tiger would face starvation and relentless competition for food from rivals. But it's not just about hunting. A tiger's territory also provides vital shelter. Hidden within the dense foliage are resting spots, shaded hideaways, and secluded dens, essential for conserving energy and staying hidden from potential threats. For a tigress with cubs, these spaces are even more critical, offering a secure environment to raise her young away from predators and rival males. Safety, however, is perhaps the most vital aspect of territorial control. By clearly marking and patrolling their lands, tigers minimize conflicts with other predators and rival tigers. The boundaries act as invisible lines of defense, allowing each tiger to live and hunt without constant confrontation. While battles for territory can be fierce, they're also rare. Most tigers rely on their markings and the power of their presence to maintain peace. Territory is more than just a patch of land. It's a tiger's ticket to survival in a competitive and unpredictable jungle. From securing food to providing shelter and ensuring safety, a well-guarded domain is the foundation of a tiger's reign. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the rivalries and strategies that shape the tiger's territorial world. Rivalries and threats. In the dense, shadowy jungle, the fight for dominance is unrelenting. For tigers, securing and maintaining territory means facing rivals and fending off threats from other predators. These encounters, often intense and sometimes deadly, are a testament to the tiger's resilience and cunning in its quest for survival and dominance. Tigers are solitary animals by nature, and their territories are fiercely guarded. However, boundary disputes with rival tigers are inevitable. When one tiger encroaches on another's land, it's not just a challenge to ownership, it's a challenge to survival. Rival tigers engage in a delicate dance of intimidation, starting with vocal roars that can travel up to 3 kilometers, warning intruders to back off. If the invader doesn't retreat, the confrontation escalates into physical combat. These battles are rare but brutal, often resulting in injuries that can take weeks to heal or prove fatal. But tigers don't just face threats from their own kind. Other predators, such as leopards, wild dogs, and even humans, pose significant challenges. Leopards, smaller and more agile, often avoid direct conflict but compete with tigers for prey. Wild dogs, hunting in packs, can overwhelm a solitary tiger, forcing it to abandon a kill. The most formidable threat, however, comes from humans. Habitat loss, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict have significantly impacted tiger populations, pushing these majestic creatures to the brink in many regions. To counter these threats, tigers rely on their adaptability and strategic thinking. By marking their territories with precision and patrolling regularly, they assert their dominance and deter competitors. Their stealth and camouflage also help them avoid unnecessary fights, allowing them to focus on survival rather than constant confrontation. In the tiger's world, every rival and threat is a test of strength, strategy, and endurance. These challenges define the jungle's hierarchy and reinforce the tiger's role as the ultimate predator. Stay tuned as we explore more about the tiger's remarkable life, delving deeper into the strategies and instincts that keep them at the top of the food chain. Survival skills, adapting to the jungle. In the jungle, survival is an art, and the tiger is a master artist. Its most vital skill? Hunting. In this episode, we delve into the tiger's remarkable hunting techniques, a combination of patience, precision, and power that sets it apart as one of nature's most efficient predators. Imagine a tiger crouching low, its body perfectly still, blending seamlessly with the surrounding grass and shadows. This is where the hunt begins with stalking. Tigers are ambush predators, relying on their ability to get as close as possible to their prey without being detected. Every movement is calculated, every step silent, as the tiger uses its striped camouflage to stay hidden. The distance it can close during this stealthy approach often determines the success of the hunt. Once within range, the tiger's strategy shifts to the chase. Unlike cheetahs, which rely on speed, tigers use bursts of power to cover short distances quickly. A single leap can propel a tiger forward by up to 10 meters, giving it the element of surprise. But tigers are also incredibly strategic. They rarely chase prey over long distances, conserving their energy for the perfect moment to strike. The ambush is where the tiger's true prowess shines. With lightning speed, it lunges at its target, using its powerful forelimbs to knock prey off balance. Its sharp claws dig into flesh, anchoring it in place, while its strong jaws clamp down on the neck or throat, delivering a fatal bite. This precision is no accident. It's a result of generations of evolution, fine-tuning the tiger's ability to take down prey swiftly and efficiently. Hunting, however, isn't always successful. Prey animals are alert and fast, and a failed attempt means the tiger must try again, sometimes going days without food. But it's this persistence, combined with their extraordinary skills, that ensures their survival in the harsh jungle environment. From silent stalking to powerful strikes, the tiger's hunting techniques are a masterclass in adaptation and survival. Join us in the next episode as we explore how tigers raise their young, passing down these life-saving skills to the next generation of jungle kings. Survival skills, adapting to the environment. In the wild, thriving means adapting, and the tiger has perfected the art of survival. From its versatile diet to its resourceful use of shelter and unmatched resilience, this apex predator has evolved to conquer even the harshest conditions in its jungle home. A tiger's diet is as diverse as its habitat. While deer and wild boar are its preferred prey, the tiger isn't a picky eater. It can adapt its hunting strategy to target animals as small as birds or as large as buffalo, depending on what's available. In times of scarcity, tigers have even been known to scavenge, eating leftovers from other predators or consuming carrion. This dietary flexibility is a critical adaptation, ensuring the tiger can survive periods of prey shortage or seasonal changes that affect wildlife populations. When it comes to shelter, tigers are equally resourceful. Unlike animals that build permanent homes, tigers use the natural features of their environment to find refuge. Caves, dense thickets, and tall grasses become temporary resting places, offering protection from harsh weather and a safe space to recover after a hunt. For tigresses with cubs, these secluded spots are vital for keeping their young hidden from predators and other threats. Resilience, however, is perhaps the tiger's greatest asset. These solitary creatures endure extreme conditions, from scorching heat to freezing cold, depending on their range. Their thick, striped coats not only provide camouflage, but also regulate their body temperature, keeping them warm in colder climates and offering shade in the heat. Even in the face of dwindling habitats and increasing human activity, tigers continue to adapt, shifting their hunting patterns and territories to coexist with these challenges. The tiger's ability to adjust to its environment is a testament to its strength and intelligence. Every meal, every resting place, and every decision is a calculated move in the game of survival. Stay tuned as we uncover even more of the tiger's secrets, exploring the intricate balance between nature and the jungle's most resilient ruler. Challenge of scarcity. Life in the jungle is never easy, even for a powerful predator like the tiger. Food shortages and competition from other predators are constant challenges, pushing tigers to adapt their behavior and strategies to survive. This episode dives into how these magnificent creatures face the trials of scarcity with remarkable resilience and ingenuity. When prey becomes scarce, the tiger's adaptability shines. Unlike specialized hunters, tigers are opportunistic feeders. If their preferred prey, such as deer or wild boar, is hard to find, they widen their diet to include smaller animals like birds, fish, or even reptiles. Tigers have been known to scavenge when necessary, consuming carrion left behind by leopards or wild dogs. These adjustments ensure they can sustain themselves even when the jungle offers little bounty. Competition from other predators adds another layer of difficulty. Leopards, with their ability to climb trees, often steal prey from tigers. Wild dogs, hunting in packs, can drive a tiger away from a kill through sheer numbers and coordination. Even scavengers like hyenas and vultures are constant threats to a tiger's hard-earned meals. To counter these challenges, tigers have developed strategies to minimize loss. After a kill, they often drag their prey to secluded spots, hiding it from scavengers and rival predators. This act not only preserves their food but also reduces the risk of conflict. In times of extreme scarcity, a tiger's territorial instincts may relax, allowing for overlapping ranges with other tigers. This temporary truce helps them access more hunting grounds without constant confrontation. However, such periods are risky, as they increase the likelihood of rival encounters and the need to defend limited resources. Scarcity tests every predator, but the tiger's ability to adapt, whether by diversifying its diet, defending its kills, or sharing territory, is a testament to its survival prowess. Even in the harshest conditions, these jungle kings find ways to endure. In the next episode, we'll explore how tigers teach their cubs these vital skills, ensuring the next generation can thrive in an ever-changing world. Building bonds, allies, and jungle dynamics. In the vast, interconnected world of the jungle, survival isn't always a solitary journey. While tigers are solitary predators by nature, they occasionally form surprising connections with other species. These interactions, often subtle and fleeting, reveal a fascinating side of jungle life where cooperation and mutual benefits play a key role. One of the most intriguing alliances is between tigers and scavenging birds like crows and vultures. These birds act as the jungle's messengers, alerting predators like tigers to potential meals. A flock circling overhead might lead a tiger to a carcass or a weakened prey animal. While the birds benefit from leftovers after the tiger has eaten, the tiger saves energy by reducing the need for a full hunt. Then there are the herbivores, like elephants and wild buffalo, that tigers rarely view as prey. These massive animals often share water sources with tigers without conflict. Elephants, in particular, play an indirect role in a tiger's survival by clearing paths through dense vegetation, making it easier for tigers to move and hunt. Additionally, elephants' activities often expose small prey like rodents or birds that tigers can exploit. Even smaller creatures like monkeys and squirrels have a role in the tiger's ecosystem. These animals, with their sharp calls and movements, alert predators to disturbances in the jungle. For a tiger, this can signal the presence of prey or potential threats nearby. These unexpected partnerships demonstrate the intricate balance of jungle dynamics. While tigers are apex predators, they're still part of a complex web of life where cooperation, even indirectly, supports survival. These interactions underscore the importance of each species in maintaining the jungle's harmony. Respecting jungle boundaries. In the wild, survival depends not just on strength or cunning, but on understanding and respecting the unspoken rules that govern the jungle. Tigers, as solitary and territorial creatures, are masters of navigating these rules, maintaining a delicate balance with the other inhabitants of their domain. One of the most critical rules is the concept of territory. Tigers fiercely defend their own land but rarely venture into the territories of others unless food is scarce or during mating seasons. This respect for territorial boundaries reduces the risk of violent conflicts with rivals, conserving energy for hunting and survival. Scent markings, scratches on trees, and vocal roars act as invisible fences, signaling to others where a tiger's domain begins and ends. Beyond their species, tigers also recognize the boundaries of other animals. For example, while tigers are powerful enough to hunt large prey like buffalo, they seldom challenge entire herds, knowing the risks outweigh the rewards. Similarly, tigers avoid direct confrontations with elephants, recognizing these gentle giants' sheer strength. Instead, tigers coexist by utilizing shared resources like waterholes at different times, ensuring minimal overlap and conflict. Interestingly, these rules even extend to smaller creatures. Tigers avoid preying on animals like monkeys and certain birds unless absolutely necessary, as these species serve critical roles in the jungle's ecosystem, from seed dispersal to alerting others of danger. By allowing these creatures to thrive, tigers indirectly sustain the delicate balance of their habitat. Respecting jungle boundaries is a testament to the tiger's intelligence and adaptability. By adhering to these unspoken rules, tigers not only avoid unnecessary dangers, but also play a pivotal role in maintaining harmony in the wild. In the next episode, we'll explore how tigers pass down this understanding of their environment to their cubs, ensuring the next generation respects and thrives within the jungle's intricate system. The jungle is not just a battlefield for survival. It's a living, breathing network where every species plays a role, weaving an intricate web of interdependence. This episode delves into the symbiotic relationships that form the backbone of the jungle, revealing how even the tiger, the apex predator, is part of a larger, interconnected system. Symbiosis in the jungle comes in many forms, from mutualism to commensalism and beyond. For tigers, these relationships often occur indirectly, but are vital for their survival. Consider scavenging birds, like crows and vultures, which benefit from feeding on a tiger's leftovers while signaling the presence of prey to the predator. This mutual relationship ensures both species gain from the same food source without direct competition. Another fascinating interaction is with smaller mammals and reptiles. For instance, mongoose and monitor lizards keep rodent populations in check, ensuring a balanced ecosystem that supports the tiger's prey species. By maintaining this equilibrium, these animals indirectly contribute to the tiger's survival. Even the towering elephants and grazing deer play crucial roles. Elephants, as ecosystem engineers, clear paths and create waterholes, benefiting all jungle inhabitants, including tigers. Deer and other herbivores, in turn, regulate plant growth through grazing, preventing overgrowth and allowing prey animals to flourish. The jungle's interdependence is a delicate balance where every creature, from the smallest insect to the mightiest tiger, contributes to the whole. By understanding these relationships, we can appreciate the importance of conservation, not just for individual species, but for the entire ecosystem. Battles and hierarchies. In the jungle, strength is often the deciding factor between life and death, and no creature understands this better than the tiger. As apex predators, tigers face epic confrontations, not just for food but for the right to dominate their territory. These power struggles are fierce, dramatic, and essential for maintaining the delicate balance of the jungle hierarchy. The life of a tiger is built around its territory, its kingdom. Within this space, the tiger holds ultimate power, but this power is constantly challenged. Rival tigers, often younger males seeking to assert themselves, pose a serious threat. When two tigers meet, it's not just a fight for dominance, it's a battle for survival. These encounters can last hours, with powerful roars and claws slashing through the air. The sound of the battle echoes through the jungle, sending warning signals to every creature in the vicinity. The stakes in these confrontations are incredibly high. A loss means not only losing territory, but the resources within it, vital hunting grounds, water sources, and safe places to rest. A dominant tiger, having won several of these power struggles, can establish a secure reign over a wide area. But this status is constantly threatened, especially during mating season when multiple males compete for the attention of a female. Fights become more intense, as tigers use their size, strength, and agility to outmaneuver and overpower their opponents. However, not all confrontations end in bloodshed. Sometimes, the sheer presence of a dominant tiger and its vocal roars are enough to deter challengers. Scent marking also plays a significant role. By leaving their scent on trees, rocks, and the ground, tigers signal their ownership of the land, warning rivals to stay away. But if two tigers refuse to back down, the battle becomes unavoidable, testing both their physical and mental endurance. These epic battles, though violent, are integral to the survival and health of the tiger population. Through them, the strongest and most capable tigers are selected to lead, ensuring that only the fittest survive. In the next episode, we'll explore how the young tigers learn to navigate this brutal hierarchy, inheriting the skills necessary for their own battles in the jungle. Survival of the fittest, establishing hierarchy. In the jungle, the path to dominance is paved with victories and defeats. Each battle between tigers isn't just a fight for survival. It's an essential step in establishing a social order that will govern the land. For a tiger, the outcome of these confrontations determines its position within the jungle's complex hierarchy, affecting everything from access to food to mating rights. When a tiger defeats a rival, the spoils are vast. A victorious tiger not only gains territory, but cements its place as the alpha predator of that region. This newfound dominance provides access to more resources, richer hunting grounds, better shelter, and the best spots near waterholes. As the top predator, the victorious tiger's roar commands respect, reverberating across the jungle as a declaration of strength. Lesser tigers, hearing this, understand that a new ruler has emerged. However, the process of establishing hierarchy is not without its challenges. Each defeat for a tiger, no matter how small, chips away at its reputation. A tiger that suffers repeated losses risks being driven away from its territory, relegated to the edges of the jungle, where resources are scarce and competition is fierce. These defeats expose the tiger's vulnerabilities, and without the support of its territory, it becomes increasingly difficult to recover. The process of dominance is cyclical. A dominant male may rule for years, but younger, stronger challengers will inevitably rise. Their victories disrupt the established order, reshaping the jungle's social structure. The defeated tiger may retreat, looking for a new area to conquer, but if it's not strong enough, it risks being ousted from the jungle entirely. Meanwhile, the new ruler establishes its reign, marking its territory and solidifying its power through its own series of battles. This ongoing cycle of victory and defeat ensures that only the strongest tigers maintain their place at the top. It also reinforces the jungle's balance, as each new ruler must be capable of defending its position, ensuring that only the fittest pass on their genes. In the next episode, we'll explore how these struggles impact not only individual tigers, but the broader dynamics of the jungle, shaping the entire ecosystem. Lessons in resilience. Every battle fought in the jungle is more than just a fight for territory or dominance. It's a lesson in resilience. For tigers, each encounter, whether a victory or defeat, becomes a crucial experience that shapes them into stronger, more strategic creatures. These battles, filled with physical strain and mental fortitude, teach tigers the value of endurance, adaptation, and tactical thinking, honing their survival skills for the future. When a tiger defeats a rival, it doesn't just claim territory. It gains invaluable lessons. The tiger learns from the movements, strategies, and weaknesses of its opponent. A victory is not just a physical conquest, but an opportunity to refine its techniques. Tigers that don't become complacent. They adjust their tactics based on what worked, adapting to the environment, the prey, and their rivals. This constant evolution allows them to stay ahead of challenges and be ready for future conflicts. Defeats, though harder to swallow, offer crucial lessons in resilience as well. When a tiger loses, it is forced to recover, both physically and emotionally. A defeat teaches humility, forcing the tiger to reassess its weaknesses and adjust its approach in future encounters. Instead of retreating into despair, a resilient tiger learns to bounce back, adapting its hunting strategies or shifting its behavior to avoid future mistakes. These moments of vulnerability build strength, preparing the tiger for even greater challenges. Furthermore, surviving repeated battles, whether won or lost, makes the tiger more strategic. It learns to conserve energy during fights, recognizing when to avoid unnecessary confrontations and when to engage. A tiger that survives several brutal clashes becomes more cautious, choosing its battles wisely and avoiding direct conflict when possible. This strategic mindset is critical for survival in an environment where resources are limited and every encounter is high stakes. Each battle is a lesson in resilience, sharpening the tiger's instincts, making it more adaptable and focused. The jungle rewards the strongest, but it also rewards those who can learn, adapt, and endure. In the next episode, we'll dive into how young tigers learn these invaluable lessons from their parents, preparing them to face the jungle's challenges head-on. The Jungle King's intelligence, cognitive skills, and instincts. The tiger's life is defined by its remarkable combination of sharp instincts and high-level cognitive skills. Unlike many other predators that rely mostly on physical power, tigers are also strategic thinkers, capable of problem-solving to navigate their complex world. Whether it's finding food, evading danger, or outsmarting rivals, the tiger's intelligence is vital to its survival in the wild. One of the most impressive examples of the tiger's problem-solving ability is its approach to hunting. While many predators chase their prey relentlessly, a tiger uses patience and strategy. It has learned to stalk silently for long distances, using its keen eyesight and powerful sense of hearing to monitor the movements of potential prey. Rather than rushing into a chase, it will carefully analyze the terrain, looking for cover, wind direction, and the position of its target. A tiger may follow its prey for hours, patiently waiting for the right moment to strike. When it does pounce, it aims for the most vulnerable part of its prey, using a well-timed ambush rather than a brute force chase. This method demonstrates the tiger's ability to plan and act with calculated precision. When faced with danger, the tiger's intelligence is equally apparent. In moments of threat, whether from rival tigers or larger predators, a tiger's instincts help it assess the situation quickly. A smart tiger will know when to fight and when to retreat, avoiding unnecessary risks. If cornered or outmatched, the tiger can use its agility to escape, darting through dense foliage or climbing trees to reach a safer vantage point. Tigers have been observed using the environment to their advantage, creating obstacles for rivals or blocking escape routes, further showcasing their problem-solving capabilities. The tiger's ability to adapt to different food sources also highlights its cognitive skills. Tigers are opportunistic hunters, and when their preferred prey is scarce, they may change their hunting tactics or shift to other animals, from wild boars to smaller mammals. In some areas, tigers have been known to catch fish or even target livestock near human settlements when the jungle's resources are thin. This adaptability ensures that tigers can continue to thrive, even when their environment changes, making them not just strong but remarkably intelligent survivors. The combination of a sharp mind and natural instincts is what truly sets the tiger apart as the Jungle King. In the next episode, we'll dive into how these intelligent creatures pass on their survival knowledge to their cubs, ensuring the continuation of their legacy in the wild. Strategic territory management. The jungle is not just a physical battleground for tigers. It's a complex network of territory, resources, and relationships. To thrive as apex predators, tigers must use their cognitive skills to manage and defend their territories, navigating the intricate dynamics of their environment with strategic precision. Every decision, from where to mark their scent to when to patrol, is influenced by their ability to think ahead and understand the broader jungle landscape. Strategic territory management begins with the tiger's deep understanding of its environment. Tigers rely on their excellent sense of smell and keen eyesight to map out their domain. They mark trees, rocks, and other landmarks with their scent to create clear boundaries. This marking not only announces their presence to rival tigers, but also signals to prey animals the boundaries of a danger zone. The tiger knows exactly where to patrol and when to be present in key areas, ensuring that its territory remains secure while minimizing unnecessary energy expenditure. Moreover, tigers use their intelligence to navigate the seasonal and environmental changes within their territory. They understand the patterns of prey movements, knowing when and where to hunt depending on food availability, weather conditions, and time of day. For example, a tiger might move to higher ground during the rainy season when prey animals are forced to seek shelter in drier areas. Similarly, they know where to find water sources, safe hiding spots, and perfect ambush points, always using their knowledge to stay one step ahead of their prey and rivals. In addition to defending their territory from other tigers, strategic territory management also involves handling relationships with other jungle species. Tigers are keenly aware of the presence of other predators, like leopards or wild dogs, and use their intelligence to avoid unnecessary confrontations. A smart tiger will know when to steer clear of a rival's hunting ground or when to find a more secluded area to rest. If a tiger senses that a rival is encroaching, it will patrol its territory more frequently, increasing its scent-marking efforts and vocalizations to reinforce its dominance without engaging in direct conflict. The tiger's ability to adapt to the shifting dynamics of the jungle, from the presence of other animals to the changing seasons, showcases its cognitive prowess. Each decision is calculated, maximizing resources while ensuring its survival and dominance within the jungle. In the next episode, we'll explore how these strategic skills are passed down to the younger generation, ensuring that the intelligence and wisdom of the jungle's top predator is preserved for future generations. The role of instinct. While a tiger's intelligence plays a pivotal role in its survival, it is the deep-rooted instincts that truly guide its every move. From the moment a tiger is born, it is equipped with a set of survival mechanisms that drive its actions. Whether hunting, navigating danger, or protecting its territory, these instincts are honed over generations, enabling the tiger to respond rapidly to challenges in its environment, often before it has time to consciously think. The tiger's hunting instinct is perhaps the most critical of all. Unlike other predators that may rely on a pursuit-based hunting style, tigers rely heavily on stealth and precision. Their natural ability to stalk quietly through dense undergrowth, their low-to-the-ground posture, and their calculated movements are all instinctive behaviors that allow them to remain undetected by prey. Even young tigers, in their early stages of learning to hunt, are instinctively drawn to stealthy approaches, slowly creeping toward their target, using the wind to their advantage to hide their scent, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Once a tiger has identified its prey, its instincts take over. The tiger does not always need to think about how to chase. It simply knows when to spring into action, utilizing the element of surprise. In an instant, the tiger bursts from its hiding spot with incredible speed and power, aiming directly for the vulnerable neck or throat of the prey. The kill is often swift and decisive, guided entirely by the tiger's honed instincts rather than a conscious, deliberate strategy. This deep-seated knowledge of what works in each situation is refined over years of experience, but the initial, gut-level response comes from instinct. When it comes to avoiding threats, the tiger's survival instincts are just as sharp. A tiger is constantly alert to changes in its surroundings, using its heightened senses of hearing and smell to detect potential dangers. If a rival tiger enters its territory, the tiger's instinct will guide it to retreat into denser cover or to face the challenge head-on, depending on its size and strength. In moments of confrontation, the tiger does not hesitate. It instinctively knows how to protect itself by assessing the body language of its opponent and deciding whether to fight or flee. If a tiger senses that a confrontation will be too dangerous, it will employ its intelligence to avoid the conflict, making a strategic retreat. These quick, instinctual decisions often determine whether the tiger will survive or lose its position in the jungle hierarchy. In the wild, a tiger's instinct is its ultimate guide, ensuring that it can survive and thrive. The blend of intelligent planning and quick instinctive responses forms a balance that has kept the tiger at the top of the food chain for centuries. In the next episode, we will explore how these instincts play a critical role in the tiger's reproductive strategy, ensuring the survival of its species for generations to come. Guardians of the jungle ecosystem impact. Tigers are not just apex predators. They are ecosystem engineers, shaping the very fabric of the jungle in ways that may not always be visible to the naked eye. Their presence has a profound impact on the population and behavior of countless other species, from herbivores to smaller predators, ensuring that the jungle remains in a delicate balance. As the guardians of their domain, tigers control the flow of energy, resources, and population dynamics, making their role in the ecosystem absolutely vital for the health of the entire environment. One of the primary ways tigers influence the ecosystem is through top-down regulation. As apex predators, tigers are at the top of the food chain, and their hunting activities directly control the populations of prey animals. By hunting large herbivores, such as deer or wild boar, tigers prevent these populations from growing too large and overgrazing the vegetation in their habitat. This allows plant life to regenerate and thrive, maintaining a healthy, sustainable environment for other species. Without tigers, herbivore numbers could balloon, resulting in overgrazing that could ultimately destabilize the entire ecosystem, leading to a decline in plant diversity and the animals that depend on these plants for food. In addition to regulating prey populations, tigers indirectly influence the behavior and movement of other species within the jungle. Their presence creates what scientists call a landscape of fear that forces other animals to alter their routines. Herbivores, for example, may avoid certain areas that are known tiger territories, shifting their grazing patterns and behavior to minimize their risk of becoming prey. This, in turn, affects the movement of other predators, like leopards or wild dogs, who are also impacted by the tiger's dominance. In essence, tigers' hunting activities and territorial behavior lead to a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem, influencing the survival and habits of other species. The tiger's role as an ecosystem engineer extends beyond just controlling prey populations. In some regions, their very presence encourages biodiversity. When prey animals are controlled, smaller species of plants, insects, and birds often flourish. Tigers also help to maintain the health of prey populations by culling weaker individuals. This natural selection process ensures that only the fittest animals survive to reproduce, thus strengthening the gene pool of species within the ecosystem. By maintaining the balance of life in this way, tigers contribute to the overall resilience of the jungle. However, the tiger's influence is not just limited to the species it directly interacts with. The loss or decline of tiger populations has devastating effects on the entire ecosystem. Without tigers, herbivore populations can explode, and the consequences of overgrazing ripple throughout the food chain. Smaller predators may find themselves in competition for limited resources, and plant life could be irreparably damaged. In this way, the tiger's presence serves as a stabilizing force, maintaining the health and diversity of the ecosystem. As we look to the future, it's clear that the survival of tigers is deeply intertwined with the survival of the jungle itself. Protecting these magnificent creatures means preserving the delicate balance of life that exists within the jungle's complex web. In the next episode, we will explore the challenges that tigers face in today's rapidly changing world, from habitat loss to poaching and the urgent need for conservation efforts to ensure their survival and the health of the ecosystems they govern. Guardians of the jungle, maintaining jungle balance. Tigers are integral to maintaining the delicate balance of the jungle ecosystem, acting as nature's regulators by keeping herbivore populations in check. As apex predators, Their hunting behaviors have far-reaching effects that go beyond just their immediate prey. By controlling the numbers of herbivores, such as deer, wild boar, and buffalo, tigers prevent overgrazing, which could otherwise devastate the vegetation that forms the foundation of the jungle's complex food web. The tiger's presence ensures that herbivore populations do not grow too large, which would otherwise lead to overconsumption of plants. This overgrazing can result in the depletion of key vegetation, destabilizing the entire ecosystem. Plants are not just food for herbivores. They provide shelter for smaller animals, maintain soil health, and play a critical role in the jungle's water cycle. When tigers regulate the number of herbivores, they are indirectly ensuring the survival of plant species and maintaining the diversity of plant life in the jungle. This balance between herbivores and vegetation is crucial for other species that rely on the jungle's rich plant life. Birds, insects, and smaller mammals depend on the plants for food and shelter. Without tigers to keep herbivore populations under control, these smaller species would be affected by the overgrazing and loss of plant cover. In essence, the tiger's hunting activities help preserve the very structure of the jungle, ensuring that it can continue to support a wide range of species. Moreover, the tiger's role in controlling herbivore numbers creates a cascading effect that benefits the entire ecosystem. When herbivores are controlled, it leads to more robust vegetation growth, which in turn supports a greater diversity of plant-eating animals and helps preserve the habitats for insects and birds. This cycle ensures that all species, from the tallest tree to the smallest insect, have the resources they need to thrive. Interestingly, by keeping herbivore populations healthy and within limits, tigers also contribute to the gene pool of these animals. They often target weaker, older, or ill individuals, allowing the healthier and more capable members of the species to survive and reproduce. This natural selection process ensures the overall strength and genetic diversity of the prey species, creating a healthier, more resilient jungle ecosystem. In the jungle, every organism is interconnected, and tigers play a pivotal role in this web of life. Their hunting keeps the herbivore populations in check, ensuring that plants and, by extension, all other life forms continue to thrive. Without tigers, the balance would tip and the ecosystem could unravel, leading to the loss of species that rely on the jungle's vegetation and the collapse of the intricate network of life that exists in the wild. In the intricate web of life that makes up the jungle ecosystem, every species, from the tiniest insect to the largest predator, plays an essential role in maintaining environmental stability. Tigers, as apex predators, may stand at the top of the food chain, but their impact on the ecosystem is a part of a much larger system of interdependent relationships. By understanding how each species, including the tiger, contributes to the health and balance of the environment, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the delicate harmony of the jungle. At the heart of the jungle's stability is the principle of interdependence. Each species in the jungle, whether plant or animal, predator or prey, relies on others for survival. Tigers, for instance, help regulate the populations of herbivores, preventing overgrazing that could destroy the vegetation. Without this natural control, the jungle could experience a shift in its plant life, which would have a ripple effect on every other species. From the smallest birds that rely on seeds and insects for food to the larger animals that depend on dense forests for shelter, the health of the jungle depends on each species fulfilling its ecological role. The tiger's hunting not only keeps herbivore populations in check, but also ensures that plants and trees continue to thrive. Plants, in turn, provide food and shelter to countless smaller creatures, such as insects, rodents, and birds. Insects, for example, pollinate flowers and plants, helping them reproduce, while also serving as food for other animals. Without tigers regulating the herbivore population, plant life would suffer, and the cycle of life for many species would begin to falter. The presence of tigers also influences the behavior of other carnivores. Smaller predators, such as leopards or wild dogs, alter their hunting patterns to avoid competition with the dominant tiger. This helps maintain a balance between carnivorous species, ensuring that no one predator becomes too dominant in the food chain. The jungle, therefore, thrives because different species are aware of their roles and adapt to ensure the survival of the whole ecosystem. Similarly, herbivores, under the watchful eye of tigers, have to adapt their behavior, shifting their feeding grounds or migration patterns to avoid predators. This behavioral adaptation is key in maintaining a diverse and dynamic landscape, where no single group of animals can overconsume resources or disrupt the ecosystem. In this way, the tiger's role as a predator also serves as a guiding force for herbivores to maintain a sustainable balance in their feeding habits. The jungle itself is an interconnected system of living organisms, and its stability relies on the natural processes that regulate and maintain each species' numbers, behavior, and role. By recognizing how tigers and other species contribute to environmental stability, we come to understand that every creature, no matter how large or small, plays an irreplaceable part in sustaining the jungle's health. Through this perspective, it becomes clear that protecting tigers and their habitats is essential to safeguarding the balance of the jungle. The loss of tigers could disrupt this delicate web, leading to cascading consequences that affect not only the tiger's prey but the entire ecosystem. In the next episode, we will explore the growing threats to the tiger's survival and discuss the urgent need for conservation efforts to preserve the jungle's biodiversity and environmental stability. The human connection, tigers and conservation efforts. Tigers, once the undisputed rulers of the jungle, now face unprecedented challenges due to human activities. From poaching to habitat destruction and the impacts of climate change, these magnificent creatures are fighting for their survival in a rapidly changing world. While the jungle may seem vast and untouchable, human actions have begun to encroach upon it, bringing unforeseen consequences to the delicate balance of life. In this episode, we explore how human behavior is threatening the tiger's existence and why it's crucial to change our ways to protect them. One of the most pressing threats tigers face today is poaching, driven by the high demand for tiger pelts, bones, and other body parts used in traditional medicine. Illegal hunting has decimated tiger populations across the world. Despite efforts to curb these practices, poaching remains a significant issue in many tiger habitats. Tigers are often hunted for their beauty and power, and their parts fetch high prices on the black market. This illegal trade is not only pushing tiger populations to the brink of extinction, but is also disrupting the natural order of the jungle. With fewer tigers to regulate herbivore populations and maintain balance, the entire ecosystem becomes vulnerable to overpopulation and resource depletion. Habitat loss is another major challenge for tigers. As human populations expand and industries, such as logging and agriculture, take over more land, tiger habitats are being destroyed at an alarming rate. The forests that tigers once called home are being cleared to make way for human settlements, farms, and roads. This deforestation not only limits the space tigers have to roam, but also fragments their habitats, making it harder for them to find prey and suitable shelter. The reduction in forest cover leaves tigers isolated in smaller patches of land, cutting them off from vital resources and reducing their chances of survival. In addition to direct human impact, climate change is threatening tigers in ways that are less immediately obvious but equally devastating. Rising temperatures and changing rainfall patterns are altering the landscapes tigers depend on. For example, as forests dry up or flood due to unpredictable weather, prey species may move away, leaving tigers without a reliable food source. Moreover, shifting climates may drive tigers out of their natural range into areas that are already inhabited by other predators or human settlements, increasing the risk of conflict. The effects of climate change exacerbate all other threats and add an additional layer of uncertainty to the survival of tigers. While these threats may seem overwhelming, there is hope. Efforts to protect tigers and their habitats are underway, and there are many ways humans can help reverse the damage caused by our actions. Conservation programs, wildlife protection laws, and increased public awareness have led to successful tiger preservation initiatives in some regions. For instance, National parks and protected reserves provide safe havens for tigers, allowing their populations to recover. Anti-poaching units work tirelessly to combat illegal hunting, and partnerships with local communities are helping to create sustainable livelihoods that reduce the need for destructive land use. Furthermore, organizations and governments worldwide are recognizing the importance of ecotourism as a way to protect tigers while also benefiting local economies. By promoting sustainable tourism that respects wildlife and nature, people are learning to coexist with tigers and other jungle species in a way that preserves both human livelihoods and the natural world. Through continued global cooperation, improved laws and enforcement, and innovative conservation methods, we can protect tigers and their habitats. However, the fight is far from over. As long as tigers are at risk, we must all do our part. Whether by supporting conservation efforts, spreading awareness, or taking action in our daily lives, to ensure that these iconic creatures continue to thrive in the wild. In the next episode, we'll take a closer look at specific conservation efforts around the world and how they're helping to safeguard the future of tigers for generations to come. Conservation efforts. Stories of people and organizations dedicated to protecting tigers and preserving their habitats. The battle to protect tigers from the myriad of threats they face is a global effort, with individuals, communities, and organizations working tirelessly to ensure these majestic animals survive. Around the world, many remarkable conservationists and programs are making a difference in the fight to save tigers and their habitats. This episode explores some of the inspiring stories of those dedicated to protecting these apex predators and preserving the vital ecosystems they inhabit. One of the leading organizations in tiger conservation is the Worldwide Fund for Nature, WWF, which has been at the forefront of global efforts to protect tigers. Their TX2 initiative, launched in 2010, aims to double the world's tiger population by 2022. While the target year has passed, the initiative continues to drive significant progress, with WWF working with governments and local communities to create protected areas, enforce anti-poaching laws, and address human-wildlife conflict. In countries like India, Russia, and Indonesia, WWF's collaborations with local authorities have been instrumental in setting up national parks and wildlife sanctuaries that offer tigers safe spaces to thrive. Another success story comes from Project Tiger, an initiative by the Indian government that started in 1973. Over the years, Project Tiger has been instrumental in setting up tiger reserves, providing scientific research on tiger populations, and developing sustainable management strategies. India, home to over half of the world's tiger population, has seen the number of tigers increase in certain protected areas, thanks to Project Tiger's efforts. This national program works hand in hand with local communities, offering incentives to reduce human-wildlife conflict and encouraging ecotourism to boost the economy while ensuring that tigers' habitats remain intact. Local conservationists, too, are making a significant impact. In Nepal, for example, Dr. Maheshwar Dakal, a leading conservationist, has been pivotal in the success of the Bardia National Park Tiger Conservation Program. Through his efforts, tiger monitoring systems have been implemented, illegal poaching has been reduced, and efforts to preserve the natural forest ecosystem are ongoing. Nepal has also been working with neighboring countries to strengthen cross-border tiger conservation, recognizing that tigers don't respect national boundaries and require a coordinated effort across regions to thrive. In Indonesia, the Sumatran Tiger Conservation Program has been instrumental in addressing the dual threats of habitat destruction and poaching in Sumatra. As deforestation continues at an alarming rate in Indonesia, efforts to protect the Sumatran tiger have become even more critical. The program works to stop illegal logging, restores tiger habitats, and helps to create alternative livelihoods for local communities to reduce their reliance on forest resources. The program's success is largely due to the involvement of local people, who have become critical partners in tiger protection. Furthermore, the success of these programs wouldn't be possible without the contributions of community-based conservation. Local villagers, who once saw tigers as a threat to their livestock, are now becoming key players in conservation efforts. In places like the Terai Arc landscape, spanning Nepal and India, communities are trained in tiger monitoring, anti-poaching activities, and sustainable agricultural practices. By providing education and economic benefits, these communities are beginning to see tigers not as adversaries, but as valuable assets to the environment and economy. Additionally, innovative conservation programs, such as ecotourism, have helped create a more sustainable model for tiger protection. By promoting responsible tourism in tiger reserves, conservationists not only help fund tiger protection efforts, but also raise awareness about the importance of these animals to the ecosystem. Kaziranga National Park in India, known for its large population of tigers, has become a model for this approach, where tourists contribute to the park's management while learning about the need to protect wildlife. Lastly, some tiger reserves are now implementing advanced technology to track tigers and reduce the risk of poaching. Camera tree effective lips and satellite collars have allowed conservationists to track tiger movements, monitor their health, and identify potential threats more. This technology has proven invaluable in monitoring remote areas and ensuring that tigers are safe from poachers, while also helping to develop more precise strategies for protecting their territories. In the face of growing challenges, these conservation efforts are vital in the fight to save tigers. The collective action of organizations, governments, local communities, and individuals is starting to make a measurable difference in the fight for tiger survival. While the road ahead is long and filled with obstacles, there is hope. By continuing to support conservation efforts, we can ensure that future generations will continue to witness the power and majesty of the jungle's true king, the tiger. How we can help. Ways that viewers can contribute to the conservation of tigers and support efforts to protect the jungle. The preservation of tigers and their habitats is a global responsibility, and everyone has a role to play in ensuring their survival. While large organizations and government initiatives are crucial, individual actions can also have a significant impact. In this episode, we explore the various ways that viewers can contribute to tiger conservation and help protect the fragile ecosystems of the jungle. 1. Support conservation organizations. One of the most direct ways to contribute to tiger conservation is by supporting organizations dedicated to their protection. Many wildlife conservation groups, such as WWF, the Wildlife Conservation Society, and Panthera, rely on donations and funding to carry out critical work. Viewers can make financial contributions, sponsor a tiger, or donate to specific conservation projects aimed at habitat restoration, anti-poaching patrols, and scientific research. Supporting these organizations helps ensure that vital programs are funded and that conservationists have the tools and resources needed to make a difference. 2. Adopt sustainable practices. Our everyday choices can have a direct impact on the health of the environment and the species that live within it. By adopting sustainable practices in our daily lives, we reduce the strain on natural habitats and help protect the ecosystems tigers rely on. This includes reducing our carbon footprint, supporting products with sustainable certifications, such as palm oil and timber, and making conscious decisions to protect forests and wildlife from exploitation. Viewers can also choose to support businesses that prioritize conservation and sustainable sourcing in their operations. 3. Raise awareness and educate others. One of the most powerful tools in tiger conservation is raising awareness. By learning more about the threats tigers face and sharing that knowledge with others, we can create a larger collective movement for change. Viewers can educate their families, friends, and communities about the importance of tiger conservation through social media, discussions, and community outreach. The more people understand the ecological role tigers play in maintaining the balance of the jungle, the greater the likelihood of widespread support for protective measures. 4. Advocate for stronger laws and policies. As individuals, we can advocate for stronger environmental protection laws and policies at local, national, and international levels. Contacting lawmakers, signing petitions, and supporting legislation that protects wildlife can make a tangible difference in the protection of tiger habitats. Governments and organizations need the support of their citizens to implement stronger protections against poaching, illegal trade, and habitat destruction. Joining campaigns or movements that call for stricter wildlife protection laws can directly influence political decisions that impact tigers and other endangered species. 5. Participate in citizen science. Tiger conservation doesn't always require a deep knowledge of wildlife. Anyone can contribute to conservation efforts through citizen science. Several organizations run programs where volunteers help track animal sightings, gather data, and monitor wildlife populations in protected areas. By participating in citizen science initiatives, viewers can actively contribute to the collection of important data that informs conservation decisions and strategies. These programs often include both online and field-based opportunities, making it easy for people worldwide to get involved. 6. Support ecotourism. Ecotourism is a powerful tool for both raising awareness and directly funding conservation efforts. By visiting tiger reserves and participating in responsible wildlife tours, viewers can help support local economies and contribute to the financial sustainability of conservation programs. Ecotourism ensures that communities near tiger habitats benefit from preserving their environment and wildlife, creating a sustainable win-win situation. When done responsibly, ecotourism also helps fund conservation efforts, protects habitats from illegal exploitation, and fosters a greater appreciation for wildlife conservation. 7. Avoid the illegal wildlife trade. A critical aspect of tiger conservation is reducing demand for illegal tiger products, which are often used in traditional medicine or as luxury items. Viewers can help by avoiding products made from or related to endangered species and ensuring they are not contributing to the illegal wildlife trade. Supporting organizations that monitor and combat poaching, as well as spreading awareness about the importance of not purchasing products that harm wildlife, is an essential way to help protect tigers. 8. Reduce human-wildlife conflict. As human populations grow, interactions between tigers and local communities are becoming more frequent, often leading to conflict. Supporting efforts to reduce human-wildlife conflict is crucial in ensuring the long-term survival of tigers. Viewers can educate themselves on the ways in which communities and conservationists work together to reduce these tensions, such as through the establishment of wildlife corridors or livestock protection measures. By promoting non-lethal deterrence and supporting human-wildlife coexistence initiatives, viewers can contribute to more peaceful solutions for both tigers and local populations. 9. Promote forest conservation. Tigers rely on large, uninterrupted stretches of forest to survive. As forests are cleared for agriculture, mining, and urban development, tigers lose their natural habitat. Supporting initiatives focused on forest conservation, such as tree planting programs, forest restoration projects, and campaigns to protect existing jungles, can have a huge impact. Encouraging governments and companies to invest in forest preservation and restoration is crucial in safeguarding the long-term future of tigers and countless other species. 10. Be a part of global movements. Lastly, getting involved in global conservation movements or supporting International Tiger Day events is another effective way to contribute. The International Tiger Day, celebrated on July 29th, each year aims to raise awareness and support for tiger conservation efforts. Participating in such global efforts through donations, advocacy, and spreading the message can amplify the fight to protect these majestic creatures. Additionally, viewers can engage with online campaigns, educational webinars, and virtual events to stay updated on the latest conservation trends. By coming together and taking action, we can make a lasting impact on tiger conservation. The journey to save tigers is ongoing, but with collective effort, dedication, and the involvement of people from all walks of life, we can ensure that future generations of tigers will continue to roam the jungles they call home. Let's join forces to protect the king of the jungle, the life of a jungle king. The tiger's tale has taken us on a breathtaking journey through the heart of the jungle, immersing us in the life of one of the world's most formidable and iconic predators. From the tiger's mastery of its domain to the intricate relationships it forms with the environment and other species, we have witnessed the beauty and complexity of the wild. Each episode has revealed a new layer of the tiger's life, from their incredible physical abilities to their critical role in maintaining the delicate balance of their ecosystem. As we reflect on the tiger's journey, we gain not only a deeper appreciation for this magnificent creature, but also an understanding of the urgent need for its conservation. The challenges that tigers face, from poaching to habitat loss, are not just threats to the species themselves, but to the entire jungle ecosystem. Every species within the jungle, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, relies on a delicate balance that is increasingly under threat. Tigers, as apex predators, play an essential role in keeping this balance intact, and without their presence, the jungle could lose its harmony. Through this series, we have learned that the protection of tigers is intertwined with the protection of the jungle itself. From supporting conservation efforts to changing our own habits, every one of us has a part to play in ensuring that tigers continue to thrive. It's clear that the survival of these incredible creatures is not just about saving an endangered species, but about safeguarding the very fabric of the jungle's ecosystem. As we conclude the life of a jungle king, the tiger's tale, we are left with a profound sense of responsibility. The tiger's story is not just one of adventure, but of survival, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all life forms. Let this series be a call to action, a reminder that the future of the jungle and the majestic creatures that call it home depends on each of us. By continuing to support conservation efforts, advocating for stronger protections, and educating others about the importance of preserving these habitats, we can ensure that tigers remain the proud kings of the jungle for generations to come. Together, we can make a difference in their fight for survival and ensure that their mighty roar continues to echo through the wild, unchallenged, and free. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating and informative journey. The tiger's tale is far from over, and with collective effort, we can help write the next chapter, one of hope, conservation, and enduring strength. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do so now. Give us a thumbs up and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss our subsequent informative videos. Thank you for your time, and see you in our next outing.